Howdy everyone, Pocher here with an Age of Magic video, and in today's video we've got some news. This is a news episode. I would normally do my news intro, but I'm just too excited. This has been a few weeks in the works of trying to figure something out. We finally did figure it out, and Playcott did the best thing we could ever ask for, and I hope it sends a message. But I'm a storyteller, so we're going to tell the story, the whole story. Now, I want to give thanks to two people specifically. I'm not going to mention their names because there will be people that are mad about this, and I do not want the blame to land on these two people. They did everything right. So if those people are mad, you can be mad at me. I don't care. Be mad at me. It does not bother me in the slightest. So what happened? A few weeks ago, some of these players noticed something happening in some of the top clans. Not even the top clans, just clans in general. We were looking at these clans because, you know, it's a competitive leaderboard, so we're always looking at what's happening. And we noticed that in some of these clans there were members that were leaving and rejoining. It was really weird because these members were officers, some were just regular members, but it was always the same few, just constantly leaving and rejoining. They were doing this over and over again. Now, at first, we thought that they were abusing portal stones. We took this information to Playcott, and Playcott let us know that this bug had been fixed. It had been fixed for a while. It's not what they were doing. I pestered them. I know for sure I annoyed Playcott. Like, they were getting sick of me. They were getting sick of me because I kept bringing it up. I'm like, these guys are abusing portal stones. It's the only thing that could be happening. But Playcott were like, no. They aren't. We've fixed that bug. It's done. That's not what they are doing. They could just be doing it because of the ghost clans, where people join a alliance clan and prepare for the new season. But it just didn't make sense to myself and these two players. So we kept digging. We kept digging. We kept digging. These players just kept doing it. The same players kept leaving the clans and rejoining their same clan. So we kept giving this information. We kept figuring out little bits, and we kept giving the information to Playcott. And every time we did, Playcott said there's nothing going on here. Now, there was a massive bug being abused. But because we were not giving the correct information to Playcott, Playcott didn't know where to look. They didn't know what they were looking at. Okay? We essentially were giving them a globe and saying, there's a problem with this globe. We know there's a problem with it. We just can't tell you where the problem is. And because of that, they just couldn't see what was happening. But then we figured it out. We figured it out, and we took it to Playcott, and that's where the story gets interesting. This was weeks in the works. And these two players put in a tremendous amount of effort into this. I personally can't thank them enough. I think a lot of the majority of players should be thanking these two people. By all means, if you are thankful, leave a comment, because they will read it and they will appreciate it. So, what were these players doing? What was the big bug? There was a way for these players to leave their clan, disconnect from their account, be re-invited to their clan. So this was... We'll go into the procedure thing soon, but, leave their clan, disconnect from their account, be re-invited to their clan, reconnect to their account, join back into the game, accepted into the clan, and when they were accepted back into the clan, every single stage reward was then available to them again. Now, you're probably wondering, how big of an impact could this make? Some of these players have done this bug over 100 times. This bug was abused so much by some of these players that they were acquiring gear 14, 15 heroes. They had massive amounts of gear 14, 15 heroes. And the one thing that sparked interest in this to begin with wasn't just the 600 portal stone thing, was because one of these people that discovered this cheat looked at one of these players' account, and they had a gear 15 Rogar. And this player was like, this isn't right. There is something going on here, because no one in their right mind is gearing a Rogar to gear 15, which again just triggered something is going on here. Something is not right. So these people, and I'm pointing fingers here. I don't care. Like I said, you come and take your shot at me all you want. Avon Hart. Let's look at this clan. Members. It's got one player in it. This clan was abusing this bug. Not everyone. I mean, there's only one person left, so I don't know if they've scattered. WU, Warrior Union. Again, I don't care. I'm pointing everyone out. Let's have a look at the bottom. You see they've just taken in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 accounts here. As you can see, not all of them are even level 100 because they had people in this clan abusing this bug. Like I said, I don't care. I'm name calling people. Playcott finally did the best thing they can possibly do to people abusing bugs, and they banned these players. Good riddance. Get them out of the game. Now, let me make this clear. There is a difference between bugs in the game that cannot be avoided. Their game has a lot of bugs. We all know it. We're aware of it. We live with it. And some of these bugs are just unavoidable. And Playcott do well in fixing them. They do. They do their best. This was a bug that was not unavoidable. You had to do specific steps. You had to have multiple people involved to abuse this bug, and to do it hundreds of times is not a simple I can't play the game unless this happens. They had to physically trigger this. They had to go out of their way to do this. So for Playcott to ban these players, kudos to them. Kudos to them, because it was a massive problem. These clans were gaining a huge advantage, especially with Nightmare Raids now. They were getting gear 14, 15 heroes that could now absolutely demolish some of these nodes in Nightmare Raid. They were now getting first place in Arena, and they could hardly be contested because not the majority of players do not have the hero equipment needed to contest these gear 14, 15 heroes. Gear 14, 15 is a huge boost in power. Huge boost in power. For reference, my Guardians of Order, I have one gear 15 hero, and that's Siri, and that is good enough to take on every squad in Arena on auto, because no one else has gear 14, 15 heroes. No one in my arena anyway. So to have people having 4, 5 gear 14, 15 heroes as their defense team, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, I'm name calling here. I do not care. I really do not. Okay? These people intentionally abused a bug. They exploited something in the game to take advantage of, and it wasn't just hurting the game, it was hurting other players, and because of that, like I said, happy to call them out. It's not just those two clans. There will be more clans for sure. I'm not going to click on any. I don't want to pinpoint any out because I haven't gone through and had a proper look, but yeah, this was all discovered because of two people that put in the effort, because they really cared about what was happening, and because of that, they discovered a huge exploit being abused that had been kept secret for a long time. And yeah, I mean, thank you to both of you. Yeah, anyway, that is what the announcement was made in Discord about, and yeah, there you go. There's the news for you. That's what happened. Hopefully you are all up to date now. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. I will answer it to the best of my ability. And wherever you're around the world, until next time, please take care of yourself.